Holly Holm had one of the best performances of her career on Saturday in dominating Irene Aldana to a unanimous decision in the UFC on ESPN 16 main event. Holm really put it together in this fight, mixing in her defense, her offense, her counters, her takedowns, her groundwork, doing a little bit of everything in a very clear-cut 5-round decision, taking it 50-44 on one judge's scorecard. And for her, a defining performance in the fact that she will not yet be taken down by an up-and-comer in this division. Aldana, a lot of people was thinking should have got a title shot instead of having to get this fight against Holm. Well, Holm showed that definitely wouldn't have gone well for her, as she really dominated this fight and showed she is still a top contender. And a lot of people will criticize Holm being back in the title mix after losing 4 consecutive title fights, but she continues to earn it. She continues to beat the fighters the UFC puts in front of her, and while she's not able to seemingly get over that big hump against the very best and the champion of the 2 divisions she competes in Amanda Nunes, she is still doing the things she needs to do to get back where she wants to be, and that is in a title fight. So what do you do next from her? I think you go with someone who is in a similar position as that is Germaine de Randamie, another fighter who is coming off a title fight loss to Amanda Nunes, but de Randamie got an impressive win of her own against someone who would have been a fresh contender in this division in Juliana Pena, getting a stunning submission, choking Pena out cold. And I think the stars align pretty clearly here for a rematch between Holm and de Randamie. They had a fight back a few years ago for the inaugural UFC women's featherweight title. It was a bit of controversy, de Randamie landing some shots after the bell, bit of a controversial decision, but she did win the title that night. We know what happened with that at the end, but these two do have history, and I think it makes perfect time for them to settle it. This is a main event fight, a very clear-cut #1 contender fight, in my opinion. Both these two wanting to get back to a championship fight, and I think this here would decide who gets that opportunity and who may never reach it again in their career. So 2 very impressive wins from former champions in Holm and de Randamie on this card, and I think now you match them up against each other.